Thank you so much for your time. My name is Lillian Muli, and this is the Fashion Watch. We want to start the show, of course, as always, by introducing our panelists, our Fashion Watch panelists in studio every other Saturday right here on Citizen TV, starting with, on this end, the very gorgeous Annabelle Onyango. She is a celebrity fashion stylist, and of course tonight we will be going to the BET Awards, where she dressed and continues to dress Sauti Sol, Kenya's darlings, and we'll be looking at what they were wearing at the BET Awards. Sitting next to Annabelle Onyango, of course, is very loved Robert Burale, motivational speaker and image consultant. He's with us in studio. Thank you for being here, Bob. Also with us tonight is Carol Odero, and I was just telling her how I would love to wear a crop top and just sit in and, you know, not have stuff popping out. I know that's too much information, but she's in great shape. This is Carol Odero. She is, of course, an award-winning fashion journalist, and she's with us in studio. And of course, the very loved Ian Mbugua. He is a thespian and your very much loved judge on Tasker Project fame. Let's begin with what was happening in the week that was, and here we go. Okay, so this was earlier in the weekend. This was at the Villa Rosa Kempinski. This is Lupita Nyong'o and Ali Kiba, and they are both, of course, going to be championing for the rights of elephants. Of course, we know that poaching has just spiraled out of control, and these two have been named brand ambassadors by Wild Aid, and they will be championing for the rights of elephants, of course, in efforts to stop poaching. I want to start, of course, a journalist out there at the Kempinski talked to Lupita and went all out, just asked why she has not as yet endorsed a Kenyan designer. She said she's been researching together with her team about what and who she should endorse, who she should be wearing. Annabelle, let me start with you. She's wearing African print there. She said it was by an African designer. I don't quite recall who she said it was, but she said she was wearing an African designer. I'm sure it's not Kenyan though. But what do you think about this look?
Yes, I believe it was a South African designer whose name has slipped my mind. Yeah, exactly. It was exactly. It was a Nigerian designer, which I think was a missed opportunity. I think Kenyans were waiting for this moment for her to, you know, represent us. We've been waiting for so long, and she's finally here. The good news is this week, a designer by the name of Anne McCree from Kiko Romeo actually invited a bunch of local designers to come and present their designs to Michaela Erlanger, who is Lupita's stylist. And so she picked a few pieces, so we should be seeing those on the red carpet hopefully soon, fingers crossed. But even though this was not a Nigerian designer, I mean, the mixed prints are obviously bang on trend. You know, she's you know, giving us a very conservative version of the Hollywood Lupita, but she still brought it. I wish she would remove the glasses, because I feel like that, you know, makes her a little bit on the nerdy side, or remove some of the glamour that we're used to from her. But it's so nice to see her here. Hopefully Kenyans, this will be an opportunity for Kenyan designers to finally be heard.
Robert, again, just going back to the fact that Lupita has not as yet, I mean, even just being in town and just saying, you know what, I'm sorry, I don't quite feel that any of you deserve my endorsement. What does that speak, I mean, about her and the fact that she just, you know, opted to just go with the... Lupita is very blunt. I mean, just listening to her speak, she's a girl who speaks her mind and is not sort of going to be pushed into doing the conventional.
Okay.
So what do you think about what she chose to wear? This is not Kenyan.
Well, allow me also to speak my mind. I don't think there's anything wrong with Kenyan designers. We have absolutely fantastic designers who can do a good job. I just think she's also lost an opportunity to endear herself, because this is now PR. Wherever she has, whatever she has achieved, PR now is very important. The outfit called Makini? Makio.
Makio, yes.
There's nothing to write home about, to be honest with you, as far as I'm concerned. And for Ali Kiba, I have a problem with gentlemen in dark shades in a room. I don't know why they need to do it. I think it's a superstar thing, but it needs to go. I just wish she could pick a Kenyan designer as soon as yesterday, because there are some who can do even a better job than Maki O.
Okay. And of course, Annabelle has pointed out that the mixed prints are in, so, you know, look at that look and see what you can do with what's in your wardrobe. Carol, you are a fashion journalist, and I think for Lupita, just endorsing a Kenyan designer is huge. Just going out there and saying, I'm wearing Anne McCreath, I'm wearing whoever, it's sort of just going out of the way and sort of saying, look, I'm making you an instant billionaire because everybody's going to be wearing this. Because everybody wants to wear what Lupita is wearing. Everybody wants to do their hair like Lupita. What do you think?
Well, I think, first of all, everybody keeps saying this is a missed opportunity. Can I just point out that when her stylist, Michaela, was talking to the media, they actually said that her and Lupita have been looking at African designers. The problem is that they go online and they find these amazing clothes, but then designers don't have websites, or they have websites. Websites don't have contacts. So they don't know how to reach these people. So the problem is that there isn't an infrastructure that the designers have built. They haven't built their brands, so people don't know who they are. And they're just these little small enterprises that operate out of, you know, like a little house. So they haven't done much for themselves. In order for you to be noticed by a stylist like Michaela, you have to push yourself. And people keep saying she didn't wear a Kenyan designer. She actually wore one, who's called Deepa Dosaja. Now, what Deepa did, when she heard that Michaela was coming to Kenya, she follows her on Instagram. She sent an email to Michaela's agency. So, because stylists in the US are handled by agents. And she said, here's my portfolio, this is what I have, do you think Lupita would be interested? By the time Team Lupita was coming to Kenya, she was ready for them. So that's how Lupita ended up wearing her outfit. She did her due diligence. And this is what she's faulting a lot of Kenyan designers for not doing. So that's why she can't wear them. Not that she can't endorse them because she doesn't trust them, but they haven't done anything for themselves to make them visible to the rest of the world.
Right, right. And Ian, of course, your thoughts?
I really wonder how much say Lupita has in what she's going to wear. Her life is completely changed. Her life is, she's literally being run. Things are decided for her. So why is somebody else looking at designs for her? Shouldn't these designs be going directly to Lupita?
They so we really do collaborate. They work closely together.
Yeah, but collaborate is, I think you should wear this, and it's really saying you're going to wear this.
No, it doesn't work like that. It's actually more of like I said, it's a collaboration. You sit and you discuss. If the client doesn't feel comfortable, she can't wear it. So if Lupita doesn't like it, she won't wear it. And then you have a stylist who understands you, so they know exactly what you like. So the stylist is supposed to figure that out. You do your business. You're the celebrity. You do what a celebrity does. The stylist does what the stylist does.
Right. Who has the final say? Lupita or the stylist?
It's Lupita because she's the one who's wearing it.
But also what I agree with Ian is I find it a bit funny that we say that they're still researching on Kenyan designers. The last time I checked, Lupita is Kenyan. She must have known some designers before she left and went to the US.
But
so who is she?
A stylist is building your brand.
But also, then I've heard that designers have been called and told present something.
Yes.
A serious designer, you can't give them short notice to come and do something.
Yeah, but then again, okay, hashtag is Fashion Ocean. Please join in the conversation. The thing is, Kenyan designers seem to actually not be working as hard to actually push their brands out to persons like Lupita. I would have thought that people would have actually been falling all over themselves, sort of just pushing their brand to Lupita, and that didn't seem to be the case. I know I saw Anne McCreath out there at the Kempinski, but I didn't see a lot of other Kenyan designers. So I think, then again, food for thought for you Kenyan designers. The hashtag is Fashion Watch. Talk to us. And let's move on to what else was happening. And okay, yeah, here we go. The BET Awards, Sauti Sol, our lovely, 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 lovely boys. We hoped they would have bagged an award at the BET Awards, but then again, even a mention and even just getting nominated is a big deal. So we celebrate you guys, and we're very proud of you. Annabelle, talk to us about this style.
Yes, so of course they didn't win the award, but the nomination is the win, really, so we're so proud of them. I actually didn't style them on this red carpet for this whole event. I only styled their manager, Marek Fuchs, who's my fiance, and I styled him, and why don't we have a picture of him right now?
Yeah, he looks great, by the way.
Yeah, maybe next week. But here the boys are. This was not the official day of the awards. It was, I guess, a red carpet appearance or a meeting media appearance, and you can see them sort of in their eclectic style that they have. You know, everybody has their individualized personality, and I love the how do you call it, I mean, he's doing his own thing.
Yeah,
and what I like about this picture is that you see everybody's personality. I think that's fun.
Is he wearing shorts?
Yes, he is.
Annabelle, talk to us.
It was very hot in LA.
Okay.
Talk to us about the T-shirt that the tall guy, what's his name? He's got a French name. I forget his name.
Bien-Aimé.
Yes.
Yes.
That he's got on, and this is similar to what Ali Kiba, who, by the way, we had. Let me just go back to yesterday. We had our one-on-one with Ali Kiba. This guy's style is insane. It's amazing. And of course, we want to big up Expose Limited for the fantastic stage we had yesterday. For those of you who watched the one-on-one, we had an amazing set, outdoor set, and that was done by Expose. So if you want to do a similar set, talk to Expose. So Annabelle, that T-shirt that he has, that sort of drop, you know, show your almost titties thing that he's got going on there, that's what Ali Kiba has in his video. So is that the new trend?
For sure, that drop collar, exposed. It's a distressed shirt. You know, it's not fitted. It's very loose and distressed, like I said. And Bien has been doing this for a long time. I would say he set the trend, me and him together. But it's, you know, we know that Bien has a great physique. He has a great body, and it's nice that he gives his fans a little peek. And it's just a deconstructed way of dressing. It's very fashionable. I think he looks great in it.
Okay. For the straight jacket types like Robert Burale.
Yes.
That is the new look. I mean, the nice fitted jacket and then that tee on the inside that sort of reveals that well-toned
yes,
chest.
and it's important to state that you must have the right body for that. You can't be very, very slender and you look like you're hanging somewhere. So he looks good, but the gentleman, the presenter, if I were there, I would have slapped him and taken him to a room and locked him completely. You can't come on national TV dressed like that. It's sad that we can discuss him. Look at even how he's standing. His posture does not give any confidence. He's standing like a fig tree or something. He does not need ever to be seen on national television. If he needs to be on radio, he has a voice for radio. He looks absolutely atrocious. He does not know who he is or what he wants. In fact, I wish I could slap him right now. No, he doesn't look good.
The hashtag is fashion watch, and maybe fashion pundits are arguing that, Bob, you really don't even know what you're talking about. That guy is actually looking really good. Carol, do you agree? Do you think he's just totally off?
I feel like I've been set up. Well, look, this is obviously, he's obviously in entertainment, and that's his personality, and that's probably the reason why he has a show, because he has that flamboyant feel. I don't know who he is. I really wish I did. But the fact that he's on a red carpet at the BET Awards shows that he obviously has more to offer than just how he looks or your perception of who you think he might be. You know. Yeah.
Okay. And of course, Ian, I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
About what? Sauti Sol look very nice.
Yes.
Finished.
Sauti Sol look very nice, and that's all Ian has to say. Okay. All right, let's proceed. This is our president, Uhuru Kenyatta. And, you know, we're embracing African print today. We've seen a bit of African print with Lupita, with our president. So, you know, our VIPs are embracing African print, and Annabelle has been championing this from the inception of the Fashion Watch. So, Annabelle, what do you think? This is Intercana, actually, so it's kind of hot out there. And our president chose to go with the African print shirts and the brown pants. What do you think about this look? And the stunners, of course.
I think he looks great.
Yeah.
I really do. Of course, we love a well-fitted African print shirt, which he has there. I wish we knew the designer.
Well-fitted?
Well-fitted?
Well, how is it?
It was probably made for him. And I like the fact that instead of going with black pant, he's opted for like a terracotta color, which I think is a nice change from the normal. Makes him, you know, casual but still dressy. I think he looks really great and casual. The only thing I will say is that his sunglasses are a little bit dated. That shape, and this is just nitpicking at this point. I mean, I think a nice pair of classic aviators on the president would look very dapper.
Yeah. 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 Oh, but yeah. Then again, wow, yeah. What do you think? Do we know who dresses the president, by the way? Do we know? No. I don't think we know.
But whoever dresses him did a very good job. I think I like the shade.
Yeah.
That's good. For me, I think he looks good.
And the pose?
Pose is good. I mean, he's a man with authority. So, he looks like, I'm the top guy here.
Yeah.
He has not, his legs are not too close. So that's good.
Okay, then again, I don't think he was posing. He was just drawing the curtain. Carol, the hashtag is Fashion Watch. Guys, please talk to us. Carol, what do you think about this not very matchy-matchy? Actually, the pants and the shirt are totally not, like there's nothing going on there in terms of matchy-matchy. So what do you think about this look?
Well, I think he picked one of the colors on his shirt to match with the pants, which is a great way to do it, as opposed to picking blue and wearing blue, then it looks overwhelming. He just picked the slightest hint of the terracotta, as Annabelle called it. But what I like about this image is that I think that photographers need to start embracing taking pictures of people who look good, because it starts creating subliminal messages, and people start imbibing style, and then it starts to look very normal to be stylish. So the more images you have like this, the more people become fashionable, especially if you have images of men like this. Then it's easier for them to start thinking of fashion as a very normal construct and part of life.
Okay. Ian, we haven't had too many presidents, we know. So out of the presidents we've had, would it be fair to say that President Uhuru Kenyatta is by far the best dressed?
Depends. Moi was very sharp.
Yeah.
Moi was very sharp dressing. Yes. In terms of his official wear and his shirts as well, he can give him competition.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so who do you think is our best dressed president so far? Use the hashtag Fashion Watch. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so this is still at the BET Awards. This is singer Lawton. What's her first name? An actress, yes. Who? Not Lawton?
Natalie
Lawton. Okay, so she chose to go with the African Prince, guys. So this can actually be pulled off on the red carpet, or maybe she looked by far the most underdressed. I don't know what everybody else was wearing. So African Prince is tricky because, I don't know, Annabelle, unless you show up there and everybody else is in it, I don't know, you don't want to see some Barbie, waltzing past you in a gown that's just out of this world and you're an African Prince. What do you think? Is that an unfair statement? Did she actually manage to pull it off? I don't know.
Now, Naturi Naughton is, she stars in a very sort of popular show in the States called Power. The show does very well, and she's from New Jersey, and this dress apparently was designed for her from a person in New Jersey who went to prom and wore this African print. This is very trending in Africa, on our continent right now. And that's the designer of the dress wore a prom dress that she created herself in this fabric, and it went viral. Now, the reason her dress went viral, the designer, is because in the States, going to prom, people don't usually wear African print. It was so unusual and out of the norm that it went literally internationally viral. So she borrowed a leaf from her and had that person whose dress went viral create her dress for the BETs. Now, this was on many of the worst dress lists for the BETs. I think it's like you said, I think when you're standing alone like a beacon of light amongst all these other generic European dresses, people judge you. And I think it's a shame, because in Africa this would have been pretty nice, but in the States, it's seen as very sort of ethnic and underdressed, and I think that's a shame. I think maybe the coloring was all wrong for her. I wish this had been a moment for African print to really stand out in the red carpet, but unfortunately it was a fail.
And maybe that's why she changed for the after party. I watched the show much later in the evening, and she wasn't in the same, I don't know if it was the same day, but I don't know. But Robert, what do you think? Do you agree with Annabelle?
Absolutely. And one thing people should realize, the fact that it looked good on someone else does not mean it will automatically look good on you. And I'm not the fashion critic like Annabelle. I just speak on image largely. The way someone stands in an outfit tells you a lot. She's absolutely not comfortable in that dress.
Really?
Absolutely. She's trying so hard to lean onto one side and trying to look vavavoom, and it has backfired. She's evidently not comfortable. Why should you pose? Be comfortable in your own skin. Let everything work for you. But I don't like when in a red carpet everybody's lips are out and you're all taking this pose. Why can't you just be comfortable in your own self and make whatever you have look good?
Speak for itself.
Exactly.
Yeah. Carol, this gown for you.
Well,
is it doing it?
Well,
for
no,
you?
actually, I love this gown. I love the concept behind it. Like Annabelle said, it emerged out of the designer who did it, who did her own design in red, and then it went viral because she was in the prom. You know, she actually had, I think it was Schema Breaks the Internet or something. And so I love the concept behind it. The thing that people need to understand is if you're going to wear African print, it helps to have a story behind it. This one had a story, but it was lost in translation. People don't know behind it what happened. The whole concept of celebrating ethnicity and celebrating being different. So when she wore it, she had that in mind. But when everybody looks at it, they compare it with everything else that looks very, you know, now it's normalized that the European fashion is going to be what is on the red carpet. Yeah. So I think people missed that part of the story.
Okay. And of course, Ian, is the West ready to embrace African kitenge? We have embraced the Western style here for decades.
Sadly, no. And I applaud her for trying on this dress and putting it on the red carpet for big awards like BET. I really applaud her. She won, but everybody else failed to recognize it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. What do you think about that? Look, hashtag is Fashion Watch. Please talk to us. And let's proceed. Okay, and we're going to be introducing our designer of the week shortly. Let's take a look at some of the work she's done.
DJ Frank in the mix.
My face above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. Slowly drifting, wave after wave, wave after wave, slowly drifting, wave after wave, wave after wave. So easy. Above the water, my feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around. Slowly drifting, wave after wave, wave after wave, slowly drifting, wave after wave, wave after wave. So easy.
And CSO Kimata is our designer in studio tonight. Thank you very much for joining us on the Fashion Watch.
Welcome.
I was actually going to say that your style is a bit young until I saw the lady in orange. So that's nice that you've, you know, sort of paired the modern and comfortable and everything, and the gentleman as well. Yes. So tell us about your style. and what it's inspired by. I love that it's African print, and we've been doing a lot of African print on the show tonight. So talk to us about your style.
Okay, first of all, I'll start by Feso Kimata. I describe my style as simple, elegant, and glamour. I love designing something that is comfortable according to my clients, and classy and also trendy according to their body language. Yeah.
So say, I mean, for the older viewers, because we've got, you know, we've got the older viewers that are watching tonight, looking at what you have on display here, I suppose they would be thinking, okay, for my daughter, yes, but for me, no. So do you have stuff that accommodates the more mature customer, clientele?
Definitely have. It's just that I didn't have the opportunity to bring someone that is maybe older. But as you can see, our dad model from the far end, she's wearing something that is very, you can go with it, something like dowry payment. I think it's decent, and it's also simple and glamour.
Okay, all right. Let me invite the Fashion Watch panel to talk to you, and of course, feel free to comment and to respond to their critique on your designs. And let me start this time with Ian.
Interesting. All different designs for all shapes and sizes, I guess. Do you have, is there anything that's distinctly you in each of these?
Yes.
What is it?
I think I can wear all of the outfits.
Except the guys, of course. Yeah,
apart from the guys, Derek. But it also depends on the body language. The first model, I think, according to me, I can't wear such according to my body language, but I think for the rest I can. That's why I design things according to my client's body language.
Okay,
and
so you go with what the client wants.
Yes, definitely.
And you're also wearing your own.
Yeah, this is my own design. I'm also a model and I'm a fashion designer.
Okay, maybe we should stand up and let's see yours.
Okay, so she's wearing one of her designs as well, and our cameras will be, okay, that's one of her designs. Okay, clearly, yes, she is a model.
Yeah.
Okay, Carol, okay, thank you for that.
I commend you.
Thank you.
Look at these designs and tell me what they're telling you. What are they communicating to you? Do you like them?
Well, I love the short and the green skirts that have been paired with the halter tops, because I like the way I can style it and break down the African print and throw in something that is me or more casual, because that's, well, clearly what I'm wearing today. But beyond that, I think that there is no harm in finding your own niche as a designer, because a lot of designers want to design for everyone, and you can't design for everyone because everyone is not going to be your market. So if you're going to design for young people, then just embrace that and stick with it. You know, don't have the older clients and they come in and you design for them, and then the men and you design for them, because don't do everyone. Once you pick your target and then you really zero in on it, and then you find out what are their needs, how do they move, what kind of interests do they have, where do they hang out, then you dress them. Then you make that your target. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good, Carol. And of course, Robert, I want to get your thoughts on the gentleman and his very well-fitted shirt, and the fact that the print is at the back, which is actually very interesting.
I love the shirt. I absolutely love the shirt. I like the design at the back. It's the front speaks. So when he passes you, when you turn to admire the shirt, you're like, wow, it's even better. As you turn to look at him, and you have to understand also it's fitting. So if you have a big pot belly, then you want to avoid that kind of shirt. But for slender or well-toned bodies, I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's very easy, very casual, and comfortable. So I think you've done an absolutely fantastic job with the gentleman. But I think it's also for the younger man, not for the very mature person.
Is it for the younger man?
No, I disagree. I totally disagree. I think also all the old part can wear.
Why I'm saying that is because a very mature person would not want to create so much attention. But for the young adult, young man, then this is good for them, because then it creates all eyes on me kind of thing.
What's the cutoff point for mature, Robert?
35 above will not wear that.
Which I think, then again, food for thought is that you seem to be doing very well with the younger clientele and whatever. And as Carol said, maybe then, you know, just focusing on that younger clientele would work for you. Annabelle, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I like the way she has brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classic female silhouettes here. And, you know, a potential client will find their body type or their style within these 4 silhouettes. I will urge the designers who come to our show to have a stronger sense of a stronger point of view, meaning make your collection to us a little more cohesive, meaning whether you use you know, a color that threads everything together or a style, so that we see something a little more cohesive. But I still like the way that she's presented us with a range. That means, you know, she has a larger repertoire. But my favorite is obviously the gentleman on the end, you know, business in the front, party in the back.
Yeah.
I like that. I think that's a really nice remix of a tuxedo shirt.
Okay, so finally, where can people reach you? I know there are guys who really are dying for that shirt. There are girls who are dying for those shorts, the high-low. You know, everything here looks fantastic. So how can people reach you?
Social media, Instagram, Miss Blonde. We have Facebook, Miss Blonde, Fieso Kimata. I have an email account, that's fiesokimata@gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay, so the Instagram and the Facebook is Miss Blonde.
Yes, Miss Blonde.
Miss
Blonde, because...
But let me just add something. Also, how you call yourself says a lot. Your designs are good.
Yes.
But if I saw Miss Blonde, I would move to the next page. And I'm saying that with a lot of respect, because how you present yourself, do you want to be taken seriously? So, call yourself Fieso.
Okay, the reason is to why, yeah, Facebook I'm Fieso Kimata, but there is a Miss Blonde.
Why Miss Blonde?
Because my hair is always blonde.
but you know what they say about blonde people.
There, we have blonde. There is a blonde. There is a.
You're sitting next to a blonde. That way. You see, you have the chance to explain to me right now. But if I'm on your Instagram, you don't have the chance to explain to me, and I might move to someone else.
Okay, let me explain it. When you go to my Instagram account, I'm Miss Blonde, and my status says that it explains about the name.
You might not have that luxury. I'll just say Miss Blonde and move on.
Okay. And that's food for thought, actually. How do you brand yourself, your brand name? If Miss Blonde works for you, fine, fair enough. I mean, fair enough. I mean, yes, as Carol says, it's for a demographic. So, I mean, fair enough. If it's getting you enough followers, fair enough. But, you know, just food for thought. Yeah. Of course, no pun intended. That's what our panelists do. Thank you so much for your time tonight. And as we wind up, please, an intro of your models, and then we can all leave and bid our viewers farewell.
We have our first model, she's Jude Riziki. Our second model, we have Ivy Nazelia. We have our third model, she's Salingugi. Our fourth model is Jane Wanjiru, and our fifth model, we have Shiko there, Franchi, and our last gentleman, he's Eric.
Okay, great, great. And those are our designs this evening. Do you want to be on the Fashion Watch? Do you want to display your designs right here on our runway? Please talk to us. Use the hashtag Fashion Watch. That's all the time we had tonight. Thanks for watching. Good night.